Radium Girls is a really interesting film. This was released in 2018. It's directed by Lydia Dean Pilcher and Ginny Mohler. It's written by Mohler and Brittany Shaw. And we have a cast including Joey King, Abby Quinn, Cara Seymour, and various others. And this is based on the true story of individuals in the 1920s who worked in factories and became ill because of radium exposure, which I think is something I'd heard of vaguely once upon a time, but it's by no means something I knew anything about. So, as a concept, I found this to be really fascinating and obviously quite disturbing as well because this kind of thing should never happen. And I'd like to think today it would never happen, but obviously at the time, knowledge wasn't as great as it is now, and certainly I would argue that workplace environments were maybe not as safe as they are now for the most part. And the story itself is generally well told. The pacing's not too bad. It's quite engaging. It's a little slow at times, and it did take me a bit of time to get into it. I didn't write down a specific time, but I'd say maybe about half an hour. It took me quite a while to get into it, but once I got to know the characters, I became invested in their journeys. I found it to be a really fascinating film, and while I'm taking it all with a pinch of salt, I don't know how accurate it is to the true story. I certainly learned quite a lot. The characters are really interesting, the performances are really good, the costumes are beautiful. I don't know completely how accurate they are to the time period. It's by no means my area of expertise, but they look wonderful. Visually, it's a satisfying film as well, and I don't have any complaints about it. For the most part, I'd say it's quite an easy watch. It's not too intense, but there are moments where things are maybe a little bit stronger, a bit more emotional, and ultimately, I found it to be a really fascinating experience. I recommend it if you're coming from a perspective similar to mine. If this is a topic you already know a lot about, well, you could love it or you could hate it. I don't know. I'd love to know what you think. How did you find it? Did it meet your expectations? Do you think it feels accurate? I'd love to know your perspective there. But personally, I found Radium Girls to be an interesting film. It definitely taught me some things. I'm taking it all with a pinch of salt, but I still learned quite a lot. And in terms of being entertaining, yeah, I'd say it was a pretty entertaining film as well. All things considered, Radium Girls is a film that I quite enjoyed and I'm happy to recommend it.